Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about how I save and invest 70% of my income each month, and I also wrote down 8 tips on how you can start saving as well. If you want to see more of these videos, make sure you give this one a thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe. So to give you a breakdown of the income that I get, 70% goes into savings and investments, 10% goes to tithing, and the 20% goes to my needs and my wants. That is just a quick breakdown of how I spend my money. So tip number 1 is to make sure you have a savings account. You want to make sure that you can get interest income for the money that you're putting in the savings account. When you put just cash and you hide it somewhere, that money does not give you interest. So your money is not working for you. So one quick way to do so is to open up a high yield savings account. And so you can find a bank that gives 2% at least for no annual fee, and then you get interest income each month. Tip number 2 is to do a direct deposit. Some companies will allow you to do a direct deposit into different accounts. So it could be some of it can go into checking and some of it can go into savings. I like to think of it as out of sight, out of mind. So because I don't see the money that goes into the savings account, I only use what's remaining, and that is what I'm going to spend on tithing. So 10% goes to tithing, and then the remaining percent goes to the actual wants and needs. I read a book once called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and in the book it talks about how important it is to pay yourself first. Number 3 is to have an actual savings goal, a time that you want to hit that savings and what that savings is for. So to give you an example, if you're saving for a down payment on a house, you want to name what the savings goal is, the amount, and the timeline that you expect to hit that goal, so that you are tracking your savings progressively. Number 4 is to not spend money on stuff that you do not need. When you were a kid, right, and you were eating cereal on a Saturday morning and you're watching your favorite cartoons, in between the cartoons are commercials that are geared towards children, whether it's food or snacks, or if it's cars or Barbies, whatever it is, they're marketing towards you, the consumer. So as you grow older, you start looking at TV shows, maybe geared towards teenagers. As you see Instagram, those likes gives an idea of what kind of advertisements based on who they think you are and what you prefer and what you like to spend your money on. I think I realized how important it is, the purchasing power that you have. It's so hard earning money, but it's so easy to use it and to spend it. And the reason for that is because we live in a consumeristic society. Number 5 is, if you can, please live at home. If your parents are willing to house you for free, that's great. I do pay rent living at home, but it's a lot less than if I lived somewhere else. So that's something that could be really helpful, especially if you just graduated college. I know some of your friends might be, out and living on their own, but don't think about the now, think about the later, the future. When you live at home, you can save your money a lot quicker, and that way, instead of renting for a very long time, what you can do is buy your own place. If you can save up to do that, try to do that. Number 6 is to create a budget, and if you want me to make a separate video, just let me know. But making a budget is actually really easy, and it really helps in curbing some expenses and cutting down things that you don't really need or that you really don't use, whether that be services or things itself. Number 7 is to track your spending. So there's no point of creating a budget if you don't track it at all, right? So let's track your spending and really see where you fall. Do you go over your budget? Do you go under? And then after that month is over, then tailor your budget accordingly. But tracking your spending is really important, because once you track your spending, some of you guys will be shook how much you're spending on useless stuff. Like, let's get it together. And number 8, when you get out of college, you're going to notice this a lot more frequently, and especially now, and it's such a digital, social media driven world. So you're going to see your friends traveling a lot. The thing is, it's gonna make you want to travel too. I try to not spend money from my job on vacations. What I do is I create side hustles and use that money for my vacations. I wanted to prove to myself that you don't need to cut to your big financial goals by going on vacation. Okay guys, so that concludes this video. That is also 8 tips on how to save your money. If you want to see more of these videos, make sure you hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!